Rafinha doesn't walk out into a high-stakes match ready to dominate because he's naturally confident. He steps up because his brain has conditioned a neural response that bypasses doubt. That is why players like Saka, Florian Wirtz, Declan Rice, it is why these players look unshakable under pressure. They're not born with confidence. They've trained their brain to respond automatically with self-belief before conscious doubt can even fire. And in this video, I am going to show you exactly how you can condition the same automatic confidence so that pressure situations, they stop triggering doubt and they start triggering certainty, literally fueling confidence within you. Now, if you've ever felt confidence crash after one bad touch, or you step into a big moment and suddenly you're questioning yourself, or your self-belief fluctuates depending on how the match is going, this is going to change that. Because what elite players do is they condition confidence and their self-belief so it's natural. It's an automatic way that they operate no matter what is happening. And by the end of this video, you are going to know exactly how to wire the same automatic response so that confidence becomes instinctive, not something you have to convince yourself to have. Because as I always say, knowledge, it's nice to have. Conditioning though, this is where real mastery is forged. And if you want the full confidence conditioning protocol that I'm going to go through in this session, and I do with my own pro players, it is free in my newsletter and there is a link in the description below. Now I'm going to remind you about this later so you can grab it after the video, because you need to have the background that I'm going to go into in this video before you use it. Now, for those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Mark Bowden. I'm a mental performance coach and I work mainly with Premier League, Champions League and Championship players. I wrote the best-selling book, Use Your Brain, Raise Your Game, and I'm the co-founder of the NXT Football Agency, where we represent elite players in the game. Now, the idea that we're talking about today is confidence conditioning. It's something I work with every single week with players at the very highest level, because confidence is a commodity that you can never have enough of. Now, before I do get into this, I do want to dispel the myth of overconfidence, because I know when I just said you can never have too much confidence, there's going to be some of you that are thinking, what about overconfidence? It's a myth. Think of some of the top players in recent years. Now, I'm going to pick out two: Cristiano Ronaldo and Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Probably two of the most confident players that this planet has ever seen. Now, would you say that either of them had too much confidence? Or would you say that confidence was a big reason why they consistently played to their best and got to the levels that they got to? Now, I would genuinely be interested in your thoughts on this. So please drop a comment. I read every one of them. Let me know, what do you think about Cristiano and Zlatan's confidence? Now, what I'm going to say to you is that this idea of overconfidence, it's not too much confidence. When people refer to overconfidence, it's confidence that is not backed up by drive and determination. So it's a completely separate quality. Now, increasing your drive and determination, this is for another video, but for now, please just rest assured we can let your confidence go as high as we can get it, because high confidence is one of those things that will take your game to higher levels and have you playing there consistently. Now, most players experience confidence as something that comes and goes. It's based on the circumstances that they're in. The very best though, they've trained confidence as an automatic neural response. Now, this difference will transform everything. And here's the neuroscience behind it. So your prefrontal cortex is a part of your brain where your sense of self-belief is generated. And if you could somehow sprinkle some magic dust onto this prefrontal cortex to do two things, it would revolutionize your confidence and your game. Now, the first thing would be to have total self-belief in your approach to anything. So it might be the match in general. It might be an aerial duel, or maybe you're a keeper and you're about to come out for a cross. Whatever it is, if you could sprinkle some of that magic dust to have total self-belief that you are going to be successful in what you're about to do, this is part one. Then it's the execution itself. If you could then sprinkle some more of this magic dust on the event itself, so you make sure you win the aerial duel and you do it every time. winning it with authority, strength, conviction, great timing. Or as a goalkeeper, you come for that cross at the right moment. Great decision making, great timing, taking the ball at its highest height. Now, what this in essence does is you reinforce the confidence that you can be successful and then that you are successful. These are those two things. Now, your confidence would then go through the roof. Now, in order to show you why, in neuroscience, there is a law that is called Hebb's law. Now, this law is that in your brain, neurons that fire together wire together. So in essence, anything that you do consistently gets wired up in your brain. So the more that you do anything, the more automatic that it becomes. Do it enough, and it simply becomes a natural part of who you are. So in these examples, do those two things in every game, and you wire up confidence to the very highest levels. So that's it. Done. That is all you need to do. We can end the video here right now. Except it isn't, because you don't have the magic dust. In reality, you will go into some aerial duels and you'll experience self-doubt. And keepers, you will come for crosses and sometimes mistime them. Now, with Hebb's law, you are wiring up what you don't want, a stronger lack of confidence. And this is why I always say that knowledge, it's overrated. I've told you what you need to do to be confident, but you can't just go out on match day and suddenly do this. It's not going to work. So if that's the case, what do we need to do to achieve this? How do you become that player with conditioned confidence? Not consciously trying to feel confident, because this just isn't going to work. Now here is where things get really interesting, because your brain, it cannot distinguish between vividly imagined experiences and an actual experience. When you visualize yourself responding to pressure with great belief, maybe in a big match, your brain is going to fire the same signals as if you were actually doing it in a match. You're literally strengthening the connections between the pressure situation and that confident response. And then, not just giving you those confident feelings before it, but then of you imagining yourself actually doing what you want to do. So winning that aerial duel or taking that cross. Now, when you visualize that second part of you being successful in it, you're actually doing two things here. Firstly, you're strengthening your confidence in this situation even more. You're reaffirming that this is what you do. These are the outcomes that you get. So this closes the complete confidence loop. You had the belief in yourself to do it in the first place, and then the outcome further establishes this confidence. But there is another great thing here. You're not building false confidence. You're not building your confidence whilst your skills stay the same. No, because every time that you practice doing the skill in your mind, the same regions of your brain are strengthening as if you were really doing it. You're actually getting better at that skill. Your timing of your jumps and your aerial duels, it's physically improving. Your decision making of when to come for that cross, and the actual catching of the ball itself. Repetition after repetition, physically improving these aspects of your game. So if you're consistently doing these repetitions, you're moving confidence from something you have to consciously generate to something that fires automatically. So the core pattern that we're conditioning is this. Your brain recognizes a pressure situation and your body then responds automatically with brilliant levels of confidence that support your performance. Now let's break that down to see what it looks like when it's properly conditioned. Now you're about to receive the ball in a tight space. You've got defenders closing in on you. It's a high pressure moment, and your conscious mind now, it might be tracking the ball, but your subconscious, it is doing the real work. Before you can consciously question yourself, your conditioned response, it's already firing. Your shoulders are back, your head's up. Your body language is one of certainty. No conscious decision to be confident. It's just pure, automatic, natural, and instinctive responding. You're not talking yourself into being confident. Your brain recognizes the pattern. You've been here hundreds of times. You almost always feel brilliantly confident, and you almost always execute brilliantly. So it runs the confidence program in our brains on autopilot. Now, I see lots of videos and advice about being confident. Step 1, speak to yourself confidently. Step 2, put your shoulders back and have great posture. Step 3, and so on. Now, when confidence is conditioned, there are no steps. Your brain recognizes the moment at a subconscious level that you've already conditioned, and now you just feel great. Your body and your brain release chemicals within you that boost your confidence, as well as improving your performance. Now, with the players that I work with, this is the shift that changes everything. They stop trying to talk themselves into being confident, and they start trusting their conditioned response. Now, the pressure rises and their brain automatically activates the self-belief circuit, and now they're performing brilliantly. Now, if this is resonating, please hit that like button, as it really helps to support my channel so I can create more content like this and help you to take your game to the next level and beyond. Now, here's what the confidence visualization gives you. In a match situation, you may face 5 to 10 genuine situations where you need to execute confidence. Now, with visualization, you can rehearse this confident response 20, 30, 40, 50 times in a focused session. No match needed, no physical fatigue, just pure neural conditioning with every repetition. And you can expose yourself to pressure situations, taking a penalty, receiving the ball under pressure, one-on-one defending, all the time conditioning your brain to fire the confidence response, and doing this automatically every time. That is why players who commit to confidence conditioning, they progress so much quicker than those who just hope that confidence will show up on match day. They are getting exponentially more reps and conditioning that brilliant response that they want to experience, because your visualizations, as we've said, they're in a controlled environment. On match day, if you've not conditioned this, you might not feel confident. And now you're conditioning the not feeling confident program, making that more automatic. Now, let me give you the practical application for doing this. Find 5 or 10 minutes of quiet. Close your eyes, sit yourself upright, focus yourself in, and visualize yourself in those specific pressure situations where you want to condition that confidence. Maybe it's receiving the ball with your back to goal. Maybe it's stepping up for a penalty. Maybe it's the start of a massive match where you want to be focused, zoned in, and ready to perform. Now, in your visualization, consciously work through the pattern. See the pressure situation clearly. Maybe it's the crowd, the opponent. Feel the high stakes situation. Now see yourself responding with absolute certainty. Feel and see your body language as it shifts to brilliance. So your shoulders are back, maybe your chin's up, your eyes are looking around for those opportunities. Sense that automatic confident response. It's activating before any doubt can emerge. Now see yourself engaging with that play from this state. If it's receiving the ball under pressure, you control it confidently, you turn, maybe you release with conviction. If it's a penalty, your approach is certain, your strike is clean and decisive, and you put it in the back of the net. If it's a big match, you feel that automatic certainty as it floods your system before any conscious nerves can take hold. Now, each one of these is 1 rep. Do it again. Then 5 clear reps where you're consciously rehearsing that pressure situation, triggering automatic confidence. Each time that you do this, you're strengthening the neural pathways in your brain. You're building the connection between pressure and a confident response. Now, that conscious repetition in training is what builds the subconscious automation in matches. Now, of course, you can do this pre-match to prime that circuit, but the real power, this is in ongoing conditioning. So recovery days, travel, any quiet moment, the more frequently that you visualize this pattern, the faster that it becomes automatic. Now, use it as often as possible. Daily is ideal. Every visualization session will strengthen those circuits. You're going to be rewiring your brain so pressure situations automatically activate those confident responses. And this stacks then with your mental rehearsal. So mental rehearsal will build the circuit, and then match situations will reinforce it. Together, they create that automatic confidence that looks like natural self-belief, but it's not natural, it is highly trained. Now, most players will recognize pressure and then they'll consciously try to generate confidence. Now, that delay is where even more doubt will creep in. Players with conditioned confidence, they see pressure and already their confidence is building because they recognize that this is what fires that automatic response. No delay, no internal negotiation, just instant certainty. Now, every week I work with pro players on all areas of their mental performance, but confidence conditioning, this is one of those areas that changes the trajectory of their careers. When a player conditions automatic self-belief, everything shifts. The same situations that used to trigger hesitation, worry, nerves, lack of focus, now they trigger certainty. Same player, same ability, completely different neural response. And here's the real mindset shift, the one that ties all of this together. The most confident version of you is not a different player. It's the same you with a brain that has been conditioned to respond automatically with self-belief instead of doubt. Every time you visualize the pressure to confidence pattern, and you do this with clarity and repetition, you're strengthening that subconscious circuit. And as I did say at the beginning, if you sign up to my newsletter now, completely free, I'll send you the exact confidence conditioning protocol that I use with my pro players. So Premier League, Champions League player. I'll also send you the details of my football mind gym, because trust me, if you like this, you will certainly like that. So check it out now, and please do make sure that you subscribe, as it really does help to support my channel.